me some real quicks. This is I'm gonna jump down to the good one. 2 Corinthians 4:14. Knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua and shall present us with you. Basically, that's like we need Yahushua and we're gonna get raised up when Yahushua get his raising, because he got beat. We're getting the chastised right now, so when he get raised up, that's when we're gonna raise up. But his raising, he's gonna get the highest of the raises. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be put on high. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
We're just gonna be, you know what I mean, joint with him.
Like how the brother said it, the brother's always trying to talk about me, when I get that power, or when I doing this, it's just, we gotta wait till Yahushua gets his first, man. Yahushua, that's why we read in Isaiah, he said that I tried in the wine press alone, man. We wanna get revenge, but yeah, our big brother got to get his revenge first, man. Sure. He got to get his lick back first, and then we got to ask, can we get some next? Because if he wants to get it all, he's the only one that deserves to get it all. If he wants to wipe out all the Edomites, all the 2/3, we just want to say no. Let me get some, Yahushua.
It's like not to bring funniness into it, but like not to I don't know if you ever seen the movie Don't Be a Menace. When the father was like on some funny shit, but he said if you bring any girls here, make sure I get them. But like not in that way, but like if we get any bodies, he got the bodies first. You know what I'm saying? He get the lion's share. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh yeah. Another thing is, if you're saying you're doing this for yourself, you're doing this all for you. What does the scripture say? If any man think himself to be something, you know, let him know that he's nothing, basically.
Nothing.
So if you're doing this for yourself, you're really doing this for nothing. You're doing this for no reason.
That's why you end up getting kicked out of this. You, like the brother said, you wear yourself out.
Wear yourself out.
You're actually doing it for your own sake, your own vainglory.
I remember when I first came in the truth, I was on some like, rah, rah. You want to, you know, but that shit gets played out too, man. Kill everything, kill everything. Because when you first come to the truth, you're like that. You're so energetic. You're like jumping on. You're like that little Pikachu jumping all over the place. Then after a while, you have to. You gotta be temperate. You balance. Now, you know what I mean. You gotta learn how to calm down. You gotta learn how to, you know, it's not just how, you gotta know how to deal with people.
One of the main things, you know, being out here, it ain't just about cursing out everybody, man.
No.
Israel is stiff-necked. The scripture says that Israel's stiff-necked. It's a hard-headed people. So you gotta have patience to deal with them. You gotta have patience and temperance to deal with it. This is like being in this truth, being a Lord willing, a man of the Lord, a prophet of the Lord. You gotta be well-rounded in all aspects, man. That's why, like, even in our day-to-day lives, we know how to deal with certain situations. Like, people that in our day-to-day lives, those situations are easy, man. It's coming out here having to converse with people, different spirits that you don't even know. There's different people that you don't even know how they gonna come up against you, knowing that Satan is literally gonna purposely jump on people to try to fuck with you, and your job is not to react to that. Your job is not to get rah-rah, because you gotta understand that this is what Satan's job is. He's gonna jump on people to get you angry, to fuck you up, to try to get you out of your spiritual zone. Scripture talks about being blameless in all conversations.
Hey man, when this shit pops off, man, the Lord might test you and you might have to get beat down by nightsticks, by troops, and just take the shit. That might happen, brothers. No, you just, I'm just gonna get spiritual power and I'm just gonna tear everything up. The Lord might just let you get stomped out, just to test you. You know what I'm saying?
Be faithful unto death. He might literally make you feel like you're about to die.
Yeah.
And at that moment, then he'll raise you up. Then he'll restore you.
Yeah.
But you gotta be faithful until that last breath you take, man. Get that in Hebrews 12.
It is finished.
What is that verse?
It's a definition of the word diplomat, because that's what we're supposed to be up here. We're supposed to be diplomatic for Yahushua. So his definition too, it says a person who is tactful and skillful in managing delicate situations, handling people, etc. So really, when we come out here, we're supposed to be able to handle different situations accordingly to the spirit of Yahushua, is what would deal with different people.
Hey, that's why Yahushua said, be wise as a serpent, because a serpent, they can handle different situations, different type of terrains. They could be in the water, they can attack somebody in the water, they can attack them in low grass, they can attack them on a tree, they can attack them in anywhere. That's how we gotta be. Say it again? Cold, hot. That's how we gotta be literally serpents, man. And to be a serpent, it's not, you could be a serpent on the right hand side. That serpent just means about being wise, you know? Being wise, as we talked about, being deceivers yet true. You know what I mean? We gotta move sometimes in the world as deceptive, but still being true. Like, you don't have to tell your boss that you're an Israelite.
That's stupid.
You know?
Yeah, but that did that.
Yeah. No, I'm an Israelite. I'm the so-called white man's the devil, and you over here having an interview with a so-called white man. All right, well, thank you, sir. Have a nice day. And then you gonna go back, bros. I'm catching hell. I can't get a job. I'm in hell.
No, you're stupid.
You putting hell on yourself, man.
They want to blame everything on Satan. Oh, you're the asshole.
Definitely. Read that.
Well, I say this real quick. Like when you think about a serpent, also, whether they be in the water or in the tall grass or in the jungle, no matter what person or what animal goes by, they're not gonna approach the same situation. You know, exactly. They ain't gonna just jump out like, yo, I'm a serpent. You know, nah, they gonna peep game. They gonna realize what the atmosphere is, and they gonna wait. And that's the thing about being a serpent too, and righteousness, because when you look at Moses, he had, Aaron, he had the staff, it turned into a serpent, then came back. Serpents are very patient, snakes are very patient.
Yeah, they'll wait. They'll wait for their prey. They'll stay there for hours watching, moving around, slithering.
You see them
waiting.
I seen in that movie, Road Trip. The dude, he had a snake in a tank, and he put a mouse in there, and he thought the snake was going to eat the mouse immediately. It took him like 2 or 3 days for that snake to actually capture and eat that mouse. And he could have did it whenever he wanted to, but he wanted to wait for the right specific time to do it. And that's what it's about, being patient. You can't just hop on something. That's why when you do with me personally, I do a sit down. Sometimes the spirit jump on me, but sometimes I'd like meditate on it for a couple of days or a couple hours, because you don't want to just be hasty. Scripture talks about being hasty in the spirit. You're not supposed to be hasty in the spirit, man. Because you can end up fucking yourself up, or you can get somebody else fucked up. You know what I mean? One of your brothers fucked up if you haste in the spirit.
Crazy, I'm saying wild shit, yeah.
Serpent, I don't know if I may, I don't know if y'all heard ways back. I don't know if I was on YouTube or I was on the internet. There was a woman that owned a snake. She owned the snake for a long ass time. I want to say she had the shit for like months or years. And she took her to the doctor. She was like, because the snake wasn't eating. The snake wasn't eating shit. And they was like, yo, you heard about that shit? And, no, he said, you should get rid of the shit because he's planning to eat you. Like, you seen that shit?
Yeah,
so like,
he was waiting.
So like, she said she had it for mad long. Like, since it was like, little snakelet or some
that
shit.
That means when she was feeding the snake was like, I'm gonna eat you, bitch. I'm gonna eat you, bitch. I'm gonna eat you.
That's why they're serpents, man. Because they're plotting right now, man.
Yeah,
they're setting up. Why you don't think they just do everything at once? Because that would be, it wouldn't work to where they think it's gonna work.
Right.
They gotta set stuff up. They set up a bill here. They set up the NWA here. They do the Twin Towers dropping so they can set up the Patriot Act, which was 16 years ago or 15 years ago. But all that set up so that when they come out with these laws of martial law, they can be like, well, it was already in the books. I'm not doing nothing that's not according to the law, so you can't be mad at me. They're gonna set it up. They're putting the chips in the cards, causing cyber attacks and stuff like that. So they can bring the chip and be like, well, this is more convenient for you if you take this chip. That's a serpent on the left hand side.
But they've been plotting since the time of Columbus. They called it the New World. So they've been plotting this for hundreds of years, man. Like the brother said. Now they're ready to clamp on. Now they're ready to clamp.
Lord gonna say, so are we. We're doing stuff that's already written. This is mad old too. It's all the same.
Actually, get that in Joel 20.
You still on Hebrews?
Now you can get that. In Joel, it talks about I think Joel the 20th chapter. So as soon as they try to fill their belly.
Here's Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
There you go, man. That's the format of how we're supposed to be in this thing, man. Wise as serpents and harmless as doves. That's how Yahweh Shai was. Yahweh Shai was cutting people left and right. But he ain't never really, get into a big brawl and fist fight. Except that one time he Jack was up in the father's house. But for the most part, Yahweh Shai, he was wise as a serpent, man. Because he was amongst wolves, man. That's why when you read a lot of the cases, let's go down. That's why when you read a lot of the cases of Yahweh Shai, after he was cutting Jake up, what they try to do? They try to stone him. But then what he do? He would dip out. That was spiritual powers the way he was dipping too. He was transporting out of those areas.
Transmission.
God.
Off the Galilee.
God, but he was being wise as a serpent during those times, man. And that's how we gotta be out here, man. With people that's coming up, with false brethren that might try to come up and shalom you and befriend you, but really got ulterior motives. It talks about the spies that crept in unawares, man. You know, so we gotta be circumspect. You know, that's in the law, I believe. It said be circumspect and make no mention of other guys, man.
And the mafia does that. They watch everything, man. Everybody that comes in, they tap them down. They watch everything.
Esau does it. What do you think he gets a background check? You watching your ass. When you want to go to a job, you want your background, your social, he wants you to give blood, give a hair sample.
Your previous addresses?
Yeah, addresses, you want to know your references. So we got to be wise on the right-hand side, man. We can't just let, people just come up and be in. I mean, we got to use the spirit to do that too, man. Because it's going to come to a point in time where you're going to have a great multitude of people coming up, but we're going to have to be on that spiritual level. That's how you know God's going to have to raise us up on a higher spiritual level during that time for us to understand that, these are my fruit, these are my sheep. You can't always just be cold. It's about being a balance. You can't just give the cold shoulder to everybody, man. It's about the balance. Like I said, you got to be well balanced and everything.
And that happens in the truth. When you start catching hell, you got to be careful with that, like you said, because you start getting agitated, start getting irritated, you might start hating your own brothers, man.
God.
And the Lord deal with you for that. You might get so angry, irritated, you catching hell, you might start taking out your anger on your own brothers. You got to be careful with that. Like the brother said, it's not no selfish thing. You got brothers out there saying, this is just for me. This ain't just for you, man. It's for the brotherhood. Yahweh Shai had that mentality. So that's how we gotta be. We gotta be like that for each other, man. It's just for me, for me. That's a wrong mentality. You gotta be for the man next to you, man.
Right.
That's how we gotta be. You gotta be circumspect, but you also gotta be for the man next to you, man. That's what God's building up. The army and the Marines, they're fucking tight, man. You can't just go up to the top, man. You gotta go through the men. You better come correct. You get put to death. The mobsters, they do that shit. To go talk to the boss, you gotta go through the links. And they see something funny, man. Yo, there's something funny about this guy. Time you make it, man, you're gonna be top sushi.
What's that saying?
Chopped up.
The three musketeers, all for one and one for all.
Yeah, that's real.
That's how it's supposed to be.
To add on to that, like we gotta also remember that it's not about us, because like to look at it, we're not worthy of the kingdom, and it's the mercy of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that we're gonna get the kingdom. Right. He wants to share with us, so it's not like something that we deserve. Yeah.
He's the heir, and he made us joint heirs. Yeah. That's what you gotta always remember. Like, this kingdom isn't it's our kingdom. It's only our kingdom because Yahweh Shai gave it to us too. It's his kingdom. It's Yahweh Shai's kingdom. It's not our kingdom. He's just gonna let us rule with him. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing. That's how you can't be boastful in this thing, man. Like I said, we ain't shit. We literally are not shit. Even King David. And he was the king of Israel, and he had that mentality. He had that mentality. I'm nothing, man. And people loved King David for that, because he went out amongst the people. He wasn't one of those kings that was like, oh y'all, I'm up here, y'all beneath me. He was one of the kings that went out amongst his people. What up, what's up, Shalom, brother Shalom.
That's how it was, man. Yeah, wasn't it Saul's daughter who actually was looking down on him like, ain't you a king? You're supposed to be boy. What are you doing?
He was dancing with them.
And he was like, I'm doing this for that, and I'm playing for the Lord in front of my people, bitch. What's wrong with you? And she ended up getting cursed for that. She ain't had no children.
He said, whatever made David happy made the people happy. So what does that show you, man? The people loved David when they had the Ark of the Covenant. Everybody went home with bread and wine and stuff. He loved his people, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy that too. You can be rich and all that, but you can't buy people's love. People gotta really wanna, like, his men really loved him. When they went through the garrisons with the Philistines, and they came back, they risked their lives to go through a camp of Philistines to give King David water. And what did David did? David said, man, fuck that, I ain't drinking this water. You risk your life to give this water to me. If I ain't drinking, you ain't drinking. He threw the water on the floor. Now, after that, his men even loved him even more. Like, yo, man, our king, King David is real as shit. You can't buy that, bro. You cannot buy that.
You see, no, I was just gonna say the other way around, slip of the tongue. But if they ain't drinking, I ain't drinking.
Right. They ain't drinking.
Is that scripture though?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verse 1. A wise judge will inherit his people, and a government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself. So are his officers. and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
That's right. So if we're gonna be, if the Lord is raising up the house of David, then we're all gonna be like King David, and even above that, we're all gonna be like Yahweh Shai. It says you that in Zechariah the 12th chapter. It said that the feeble amongst you should be like David, and the house of Israel shall be like an angel of God. So I mean, the house of David should be like an angel of God. So we're all gonna be, so the weakest of the elect is gonna be like how King David is. That's how you know that these other nations ain't gonna have no type of sauce for us, man. No type of sauce. The weakest is gonna be like King David. And the whole combined, the Voltron, is gonna be like a god, man, to these other nations.
Yahweh Shai said, the works I do, you shall do in greater.
Yep. Read that, keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them.
His people, so like, they are unwise king destroyeth his people. Only an unwise fool will spray the chemtrails in the air that he breathes, man. And his people, you know, serve his own people fake food. Serve his own people, put fluoride in his own people's water, man. An unwise king will fight his own countrymen. The Russians, the Russians fighting Americans. That's unwise, man. The Kingsmen, the water. You ain't gonna have the house of David fighting amongst each other in the kingdom of heaven. You ain't gonna have that. Infighters. There ain't gonna be no ain't gonna be no infighting, man. We're gonna be all on one accord with Yahweh Shai.
I believe it's in Isaiah. It says that within the borders of Israel there will be no violence.
There you go.
So it said within the borders of Israel there will be no violence. So I mean, where the work gonna be put in? Outside, amongst these other nations, man.
That's right. Because the scripture talks about we're gonna have that two-edged sword to execute the judgment written. So that there ain't gonna be no wars amongst these other nations, because the scripture says that nations shall learn no war no more. But we gonna be the ones that's putting war on them, man. It ain't gonna be really a war, because war you gotta have two kind of equal.
It's gonna be real one-sided war.
The true king, the Lord's raising up kings and priests. A true king really cares about their people. Like your brother was talking about being compassionate. Zion did a beautiful video, man, about the poor. Don't despise the poor. Because in our kingdom, that's an Esau trait. Esau don't even give a fuck about his Lord, right? Trash. Esau, Edomite, they don't give a fuck about him. These wrong don't give a fuck about him. But in our kingdom, ain't gonna be no poor Israelites, man. We gonna take care of our people. The Lord gonna take care of us, Yahweh Shai. Ain't gonna be no poor Israelites in the kingdom.
That was even in the law, even when we didn't have the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, but that was the law, that we would have the grapes out there so the poor could eat, man.
Leave some for the poor.
Well, and here in Esau's kingdom, guess what? It's a crime to be a homeless person, man. You get locked up, if you're a homeless person, man. I see it all the time when I'm going to work at the train stations. You have Edomites and Jakes that be trying to get some warmth, and here you go, you have the Centurions over there fucking with them, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of them people are veterans too. A lot of them, the men that are poor, are homeless, they're veterans, man.
Yo, talk about my way, beat the shit out of a homeless man.
See?
Last week.
And I was hearing a couple years ago that they was actually chipping homeless people down in Florida or somewhere around
South
there.
Carolina.
Yeah, they was actually chipping them, man.
You know, some homeless people want to get locked up.
They'll
tell you all the time, man. I did a couple years ago. I was locked up in Somerset County, and a lot of dudes that was in there in the medical pod, they were homeless. And they said, y'all get 3 meals in a cot. Even if they were sharing a cot with, most of them had two beds. You had some cells that had 4 people in them. And them homies, they ain't care because it was warm, and it's warm as hell in there too. So you can imagine they'd rather be in there. They'll do petty little crimes. That's why if you go like to Newark Penn Station, a lot of times, I mean, they'd be packed with homeless Jake, and they be doing shit where they getting locked up, but Esau won't lock them up, man, because they know Jake wants to go into themselves so they can eat and they can stay warm for the winter, man. The Esau won't lock them up.
And you know what the fucked up thing about it is? The fucked up thing about it is, this society hates the poor, but in a capitalistic society, you need the poor in order to keep the business running, basically. So they use the poor to get richer, but then they despise the poor and make them, in a lower state. That's why the old saying goes, the poor gets poorer and the richer gets richer. Because as more people are poor, and you have more people getting richer. And it's only these devils, man. There's only these devils that's getting the riches, Everybody else is poor. That's why they're getting rid of the so-called middle class. You see the rich or the poor. That's it.
See, to add to what you're saying is that 10% of Americans actually hold 90% of the wealth. And it's vice versa. 90% of the population only have 10% of the wealth.
That's right.
So you can tell it's super crazy.
Exactly. And who is the ones that are the 10%? These devils, man. They're the 1%. But then you got the other lower families that are part of the 10%. Like Trump and the Khan and the Clintons and all them other devils, man. That's why there ain't gonna be no mercy for no Edomites, man. That's right. Like none of them. No, there's not mercy for not one Edomite in the kingdom, man.
They're gonna get saved though. They're gonna get saved for slavery, man.
It tells you that in Revelation.
I told the Edomite that Edomite that whatever that's all right, and I was like, look, you're going to slavery. I mean, yeah, you seem like a cool chick or whatever, but you going to slavery. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, man. You know what I mean? It's just business, man. You might have an Edomite out there that, you win the job, he seems alright with you or whatever. You still going to slavery, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to slavery. That's it, man. But don't get me wrong, we're going to treat after 1,000 years of slavery, Esau gonna be done away with. Well, these other nations, we're gonna treat them accordingly. David had friends. Let me tell you something. David had friends of other nations, did he not? Yeah. The Moabite Ammonite king. When David was fleeing from Israel, did not he tell was it the Ammonite king or the Moabite king, take care of my father and mother while I handle this business? You remember when their father died? When David sent the servants over there to the Ammonite king? And what did they thought? They thought they were spies. They shaved half their beard and cut off half their garments on their buttocks and declared war on the Ammonites. So in the kingdom of heaven, ain't gonna be Esau gonna be the punching bag. He gonna get fucked up 1,000 years. But after 1,000 years, we gonna be alright. The heathens gonna know their place. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Everything's gonna run smooth in the kingdom. But we gotta do an education program. That's what the scepters and the pipes come in. We bash their fucking brains in, man.